Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, I'm Eka Agus Sentosa. Here I want to explain about my learning system management using Edmodo. Why I choose Edmodo? Because Edmodo is one of the best solution for learning and teaching in English language. For the first is I have a class. I have a class, and my name of my class is Alang. Alang is English language of 8th grades of junior high school. And then the member of my class, there are 7 members. For the first is Galuh Ati, Dinda Haywati, Eka Lestariningrum, Dinta Puri, Woro Yulia Rahmawati, Keva Sairi, and then Desti Swastika. Okay, about my activities on my learning year is for the first is the teacher instruction. For my teacher instruction is Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, all of my students. Good afternoon. Now we are going to learn about there is and there are. Please take a look of my PPT here, then read first for about 10 minutes. Drop your question on the column below. We will discuss it later. Your question belongs to be your attendance. Let's be active in my class. So, I asked to my student to read the material through the PPT that I had given to them. This is the PPT that I gave to my student. The PPT is talking about my topic there is and there are. This is the content of my PPT, so my student can study or learn about the material through my PPT. I asked to my student to read my PPT for about 10 minutes, and then we will get interaction between teacher and student about this material. Yeah, this is the content of my PPT. There is songs in the example of song for my material. This is the song from Michael Jackson because the song is related to my material. There is a place in your heart. There are ways to get there. There are people dying like that. And then I also put some games true or false in my PPT so that my student more understand about the material, so they can master the material well. I also guide my student to pronounce about the sentence. There are 2 cows. There are 2 dragons. But I give example of the pronunciation to my student in the WhatsApp or Telegram application, not in Edmodo. I also give the picture to the PPT, so that my student can imagine about the sentence here. There are 2 dragons. Nah, there are 2 dragons in that picture. And then there are two course in that picture, like that. Okay, let's take a look on my online learning in Edmodo. After I asked to my student to read the PPT, I give some question to the student. We have interaction. The student activities and the student participation. Okay. The student activities and the student participation is, I also gave to note about the material, because maybe my student can more simply and more simply understand to study about the material. For the first is, okay, take a look on my note for the formula. This is singular plus noun. There is plus uncountable noun. There are plural noun. There are plus uncountable noun. Is it clear enough, my student? And then some of my student reply my question. It is for Dinariwati. She replies, it's very clear, miss. And about Dintapuri, it's clear, miss. And then I give them one by one about the question related to the material. For the first is for Woro Yulia. Please make two sentences about there is plus countable noun. Okay, Woro. And then Woro replies, there is much water and there is some books in library. The teacher feedback regarding the exercise or the task. I give my student feedback about the exercise related to the material of the PPT for Boro Yulia. This is my feedback to Boro Yulia. For the first for number one is good answer. You did well. For number two is still incorrect answer. Please remember that some books is belong to countable noun, not uncountable noun. Okay, you may change your answer to get perfect score. And then my student Woro Yulia replied to me, thank you, Miss, for your feedback. Now I really understand about it. So I'm going to change my answer. And then there is much water, there is a lot of money in the bag. So that the Woro Yulia have mastered the material because of I give her feedback related to the material. And then for Eka Lestariningrum, please make two sentences about there is plus singular noun. One, the first is there is whiteboard on the wall, and the second is there is a clock on the wall. And then the Ika give all the answer from Ika Lestariningrum is correct. So that I just give Ika replies, good job Ika, you did well. And then for Galuh Ade Saputri, I think she have mastered the material because Ade has answered all the question well. For the first is there are three watchmakers in the class, and then there are two windows in the house. And then I give Galuh Ade Saputri feedback. Okay, Ade, thank you for your good answer. You did well for number one and number two. I think you have mastered the material. Good job. And then for Desti Swastika. For Desti, please make two sentences about there are plus countable noun. Okay, then this is we are doing the interaction between student and teacher. There are student interaction and student participation, and then there is um, teacher feedback regarding to the exercise. And then Desti answer my question. There are 22 students in my class. There are 4 cats in the house. And then I give Desti feedbacks. For number 1 is perfect sentence. You did well. For number 2 is a great answer. You did well, Desti. I think you have mastered the material well. Well, nice. For Dina Hayuwati, please make 2 sentences about there and plural noun. And then Dina Hayuwati answered, okay, miss. There are much water. There are a lot of money. And then I give Dina Hayuwati give back regarding to her answer. Thank you for your answer, Dina Hayuwati. Let me give you some feedback. For number 1 and 2 is incorrect answer. Please remember, Dina, you have to able differentiate about plural noun and singular noun. Much water and a lot of money are belongs to singular noun. Please look for another good answer, right? And then Dina Hayuwati replies, thank you for your feedback, miss. I will change my answer. There are 2 tables in my house. And then the second one is there are 5 bottles in my kitchen. So that Dina Hayuwati have understood the material well. For Dinta Puri Larasati, please make 2 sentences about there is plus uncountable noun. And then Dinta Puri answer, yes, Miss Eka, there is 2 windows in my school. There is some books in my bag. So that I give Dinta Puri Larasati feedback regarding to her answer. Thanks for your answer, Dinta Puri Larasati. Okay, let me give you some feedback. For number 1 and 2 is still incorrect answer. Please remember, Dinta, you have to differentiate about uncountable noun with plural noun. 2 windows and some books are belongs to plural noun. You might change your answer to another good answer. Fighting. And then Dinta Puri replies my feedback. Thank you for your feedback, miss. It is my new answer. Hopefully it can be correct answer. There is much salt, there is much sugar. And then Dinta Puri give a correct answer. This is the example of the teacher feedback from the student regarding to their exercise in the Edmodo, and then there are student participation and student teacher interaction here. And then next is about quiz. And then the exercise you give to the student and how you assess the student. For the first is quiz about quiz. After I give my student online learning in Edmodo to check their understanding related to the material, I give quiz to my student to check their understanding about the material. Okay, from the student here. For Desti Swastika, she has a 60 point per 100 score, and then Woro Yulia Rahmawati got 50 point from 100 score. Eka Lestariningrum got 60 score from 100 score, and then Dina Hayuwati get perfect score Also, Galuhati get perfect score, and then Geva Sairi got perfect scores. For Tintapuri, she have not submitted about her task because Tintapuri didn't have connection because she is have a bad signal, so that Tintapuri can't join the online learning in Edmodo. Okay, let me check about the quiz. Nah, this is one of example a quiz that I have created to my student. There are a large zoo in our city. This is include of multiple choice quiz, and then multiple choice, and then true or false quiz, and then short answer. She is just give the response yes there are any canteen in our school, or no there are not any canteen in our school, like that. And then fill in the blanks. I give uh, fill in the blanks on my quiz. That for example of Voro Yulia Rahmawati, she got she just got 50 point from 100 point. And then for Dina Hayawati, she got 100 point from 100 point. The fact is Dina Hayawati got perfect score. Okay, so there are 3 students who have a perfect score, and then there are 3 students who didn't pass the KKM, and then there is 1 student who didn't submit it, her task to the Edmodo because of the bad signal, or she is didn't have a quota internet connection. And then I will close. Okay, overview. I will back to my class. After I give a quiz to my student, I give them exercise. I give them remedial tasks to all of my students for fix or for giving them point plus for my student who didn't, who still get under the KKM score. And then for the class is now. Yes. This is the tax. This is an example of my tax that I give to my student to fix their score, because there are some students who still get bad score on their quiz. So that I gave them the second chance on the remedial material to make them for a better score. This is a example of my task. I give them 10 questions about the interrogative sentence, about any and some. Any for negative and interrogative sentence, and then some for positive sentence. Okay, back. Okay, we you can see there are 6 submissions for my class regarding to the tasks. Okay, you can see there is one student who didn't turn in the tasks because of maybe she didn't have a internet quota, or she has a bad signal, and then I have assessed all of my students about their tasks. Okay, you can see all of my students have a good score regarding to their tasks. Kalau Ade, she got 95, and then Dinayawati, she got 95 point, and then Eka Lestari Nungrum, she got 90 point, and then Woro Yulia for the quiz she got 50 point, and then for the tax, for remedial tax she got 88 point, and then for Eka Lestari Ningrum for the quiz before she got 60 point because the KKM is 75. So that Eka Lestari Ningrum, Woro Yulia, and Desti Swastika haven't passed the KKM score. So that Eka Lestari Ningrum get a better score on the next on this task. For Kiva Sairis, she still got a perfect score, and then for Desi Swastika, she got 85 score. So that we can conclude that all of my students have passed, uh, has a has a good score, better than before. Okay, we can see she uploaded. This is for a day. She turned in the task on time. How, and then how I assess my how I assess my how I assess my tasks to my student for one sentence, or for every sentence or every number has a 10 point, so that if the student can can't answer the perfect answer, so that they are able to get a 100 score like that. This is from Galuh Adisa Putri. She got a 95 score. This is still this is from Galuh Adisa Putri. Then next from Dina Hayuwati. This is the task from Dina Hayuwati. Then I choose Besti Swastika. Why? Why Desti didn't got a perfect score? Because she just do 8 questions. So that she do didn't do the 2 questions exactly for number 9 and number 10. She didn't do the task. This is from Desti Swastika. And then from Keva and from Moro Julia. Moro Julia. Okay, I think enough for my explanation about my learning system management using Edmodo. This is my second action plan using Edmodo for my learning system management. Okay, for the lesson plan, I choose the topic is giving and asking information regarding the existence of people, object, and animal about theories and data. And then the level or the age group of my student is 8th grade of junior high school. Okay. Okay. Okay, thank you very much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.